Hello everybody, how is it going? My name is Lucas and welcome to the Cajun Guitar Gear Podcast. I am going to be your host, Lucas LeCoq, and today is going to be very short. This is the week of Thanksgiving and I'm filming this on November 25th, 2023, and not a whole lot of gear stories came out this week. We're just going to focus on one main one, and that is going to be Epiphone launching Kirk Hammett's Grenny 1959 Les Paul. So let's jump right into it and check out the Grenny. This is actually like the second signature that Epiphone launches of Kirk's. I think 2 episodes or an episode ago, I discussed how they were making his signature Gibson Flying V. So the story with the Grenny Les Paul is it originally was played by, let me get this actually straight. It was originally played by Peter Green, which he played in Fleetwood Mac. Then it went to Gary Moore. Gary Moore played it for like 30 years, and then Kirk Hammett actually picked it up. What's really cool about Grenny is that the neck pickup is like out of phase, so it like has this like unique sound. So if you want the Gibson version of it, that one is $3,200. It comes with the Grenny pickups. It's a maple body with a, what is the actual top? Flame maple top. Kirk Hammett Grenny Epiphone, that Epiphone just launched, this one is $1,500. Now, the Gibson, of course, is made in the USA, and the Epiphone is made in China, like the other Flying V. Now, this Grenny is $1,500, but I'm okay with it, strangely. But from everything that I've heard, I have not heard much complaints from the Epiphone Chinese guitars. If you've had good experiences, bad experiences, let me know in the comments down below. Now, this one is $1,500, and I'm okay with it. Why? Because you get a lot of the good stuff that is on the Gibson in the Epiphone. So a cool thing about it is you get the same Grenny pickups. By the way, I'm looking at these on Sweetwater, by the way, and if you would like to order an Epiphone or a Gibson Grenny, pop on over to my description down below and you can use my Sweetwater link. That is the only shameless plug I'm going to do, guys. Subscribe if you would like to. Leave me a like if you think it was cool. That's it. That's the only advertising I'm going to do. I just get a tiny kickback from the affiliated links, which helps me buy gear to bring you more videos. That's literally all I use it for. I don't really use it for anything else. Which is nice because you don't have to like go out and actually source the pickups if you want to make an identical Grenny. So if you look at the top right here, I'm going to go back and forth with these tabs if you're watching on YouTube. And this is going to tell you which one that I'm looking at. All right, so let's start with the Epiphone. The main difference between them is just kind of going to be some of the woods and some of like the finishes. So top material on the Epiphone is it's a flame maple veneer, as opposed on the Gibson you get an actual flame maple top, which is understandable. Okay, for the body finish you have a polyurethane VOS. For the Gibson you have a satin nitrocellulose lacquer, which is like the real nice finish. Both are in Grenny burst. So the materials are pretty much the same. So the body is going to be a piece of mahogany. The neck profile is a little different here. So on the Epi, that's the Epiphone, I'm probably use short for Epi, it's a custom Grenny profile. On the Gibson it's a 50s vintage. Gibson is set, the Epiphone is set. They both have a 12-inch radius. The fingerwood material, so on the Epiphone it's Indian laurel. On the Gibson it's Indian rosewood. The fingerboard inlay is acrylic trapezoids, mother of pearl trapezoids for the Epiphone. Frets are the same, scale length is the same, 22 frets, 24.75 scale length. The nut width is, on the Epiphone, it's 1.692. In the Gibson, it's 1.695, so a little different there. They're both Graphtec nuts. No idea what is the difference between them. Hardware-wise, for the Gibson, you're going to get an ABR Tunematic aluminum soap bar. For the Epiphone, you're going to get the Epiphone ABR and Locktone stop bar. Tuners are both Grover Rotomatics on either one. The pickup, volume control, and switching is all the same. You have 2 volumes, 2 tones, and you both have Grenny USA humbuckers, and then the neck has a reversed magnetic polarity, and it is reverse round. So the pickups are the same. For everything I'm looking at right here, it looks like you get the good pickups, which to me that kind of seals the deal for me. I mean, of course, the top is not going to be as nice. The wood selection is not going to be as nice, which that's why they're cutting the cost there. So what you could do with the Grenny, let me finish my thought, then I'll jump into what's on the screen. What you could do with the Grenny is if you want to, you can buy a Gibson Grenny. You can leave that at home, maybe you could do that a little bit. But if you're like going on the road and you really want to take a Grenny with you, you can buy the Epiphone. And if something happens to it, you know, if it gets a little roughed up, you're all right with it because it's not as expensive. Now, the Grenny is kind of expensive, like I said, because compared to the Adam Jones Epiphone Les Paul, Adam Jones is the guy from Tool. That one's $1,300. Kirk's Flying V Epiphone is $1,300. Actually, yeah, if you want a 58 Flying V from Epiphone, that's actually also $1,300. Grenny is $1,500. It looks like the Grenny is the most expensive one, which I kind of get, and I think that little price increase is coming from you getting the same pickups that are in the big Grenny, which it makes sense to me. It says, like I said, it says a little expensive, but I'm kind of okay with it because they're kind of taking care of you. They're giving you the good pickups, and I keep harping on that. And it seems that the hardware is the same, and it seems basically like a clone. It's just a little bit cheaper. The Gibson Grenny is good. I think the Epiphone is good. I think these are great. If you are a Kirk Hammett fan and you love you love Les Pauls, I think this would be a great deal for you. That is pretty much it. That is really the only big story that came out this week. Share in the comments. Let's talk about some Black Friday deals. Did anyone get Black Friday deals on gear? Did anyone get any Black Friday deals on plugins? They had a crap ton of plugins that were on sale. I actually didn't buy any because I kind of didn't need any. I have like too many plugins that I don't even really use right now. Soothe was on sale. Soothe is a great plugin. Some of the Slade stuff was on sale. You can get, I think Trigger normally goes on sale for Black Friday. I know PreSonus had Studio One on sale. There was a lot of great stuff on sale. If you got any other cool stuff, just let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, this was a very, very slow week. There wasn't a whole lot that stuff that happened. So for our quick riff segment, really quick. So the Halo Effect had a brand new single that came out this week. Devin Townsend released a remaster of like a bunch of different songs. It's kind of like a collection of stuff he released. Let's see, Pincer Plus, which is kind of like the remnants of Dealer. They released a like EP thing, and Half Me released a new single. That is kind of really all the new singles that launched this week, new music that launched this week. Like I said, this was a very slow week. We are now gearing up full board toward Christmas. We do have NAMM on the horizon. So hopefully we have a little bit more to discuss next week, but I will cut it short right here. Don't want to keep rambling on you anymore. If you thought this podcast was cool, leave me a like. I greatly appreciate it. If you aren't subbed, you should. I do gear reviews and all kind of stuff, and we do have this podcast going on. So, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.